So welcome, Anne. I'm so glad that you could join me today for this artist interview. And I wanted to remind our viewers that they can see the Juried show, which is currently hung in the Freed Family Gallery, as well as the Rankin Gallery, now until April 10th. And that show is open to the public Wednesdays through Sunday, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. So folks can come in and see the artwork for themselves in person at any time during those hours. The Freed Family Gallery at Catamount Arts is dedicated to an exploration of contemporary art in curated exhibitions that both challenge and delight viewers. Each year, the gallery presents work by member artists in a juried show, Arts Connect at Catamount Arts. And today I have the pleasure of welcoming Anne Young, who was our first place winner in this year's juried show. So welcome, Anne. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to start off and just say your piece is gorgeous, and people can see it right now in the Freed Family Gallery from now until April 10, and come and see that for themselves. But we wanted you to discuss today your art that is the award-winning piece in our show. And it is called I Come from a Place Where No One Has Ever Been. So I would love to hear from you about this particular piece and about the award and how that news greeted you.
Well, anyone would always be thrilled to win first place in a show, and I certainly am very happy about that.
So when did you start creating art?
Oh, I've been an artist my whole life, but I only started painting 20 years ago. Before that, I was a ceramic sculptor and I did a lot of wood carving. But painting has been my main thing for quite some time now.
Mm-hmm. And your portraits are self-portraits. Are they of specific people or of imagined people?
Both. I usually start with some image that I see somewhere and I think I really like that face, it's interesting, and I mull it over in my mind and I might have an idea for a painting, and then I think, oh yeah, that face that I saw in a magazine article or something would be perfect, so I'll use it, but in the end change it quite a bit so it doesn't really resemble the model at all.
So your piece that won the award that is in our gallery right now, can you speak about that piece? There's so many elements to that. And if people come and see it, there's many layers. Can you speak about that piece in particular?
Thanks. I really love that piece and the layers. It was my first attempt to do layers, and I wanted it to be mysterious and provocative, and I wanted the viewers to make up their own story about what it is and what it means, because I'm not quite sure myself, but I had the girl's face in mind. She was a schoolgirl from the 40s somewhere that I saw in an image, and I wanted to do layers. I wanted her to be mysterious, and somehow she ended up in the woods with all those leaves. I'm not quite sure how it happened.
And I love that story. And I love how it's left to the viewers to decide. And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to quote my son, who's also an artist, and his motto is, let the viewers do the work.
Correct.
And I count on that because it's very easy to overstate a painting and tell the viewer what the message is and not leave anything to their imagination. And I don't like to do that.
Yeah, and not only is the piece provocative in and of itself, but the title, if you were just left with the title of the piece, which I'll repeat again, I come from a place where no one has ever been. I can imagine that the work on behalf of the viewer, the observer, is great. And there are probably images that come up into their minds just by hearing the title.
Well, that's great. I really hope so. First of all, I think we all come from a place where no one has ever been because we're all individuals. But for me in particular, I hope this doesn't sound too odd, but I dreamed that title. I had a dream where I had a place on a map, and on this map in my dream, it was a place where no one had ever been. And I kept trying to get people to go there with me, and no one would. And so I went, and that's pretty much the whole dream, but that's where the title came from.
It's simply gorgeous, and I state that very sincerely. It has got a prominent place in our gallery right now, and I do encourage folks to come out and see it for themselves, as well as the 70 plus pieces that are in this year's Juried show. And any last words for our viewers before we go?
Well, it's a fantastic show. There are many really fine pieces in it, and people should just go and see it. If they're in St. Johnsbury and don't see that show, they're really missing out.
I agree. And folks can see that now through April 10. They can come in Wednesday through Sunday and view all the works that are on display here from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. and get all the information from our website at catamountarts.org. And Anne, you also have a website as well.
That's right. It's ann-young.com.
Great. And Anne, thank you so much for joining me, and congratulations again on that first place award in this year's Juried show.
Thank you very much, Molly. It's good to talk to you.
You as well. Thank you.